Hello, hello, hello. It is Moonshine Oracle with a new moon energy check-in, and a lot of it has to do with past lives. Disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos because I am not going to be dealing with the bullshit, especially after being vomited on all effing day long. Basically what this energy is a shit ton of folks that are like with past life related issues and nobody learning the goddamn lesson. Because they want to be all, well, she can't do this until she does it. And it's like, baby, it is not in my contracts to be a 304. Thank you. Have a good evening. Absolutely the fuck not. See, the problem is when you find certain readers and they're the type that will tell you anything and everything you want to hear in the name of you spending money with them, I'm going to tell you this here and now. You deserve to look and feel like a grade A jackass when the truth comes out. And that reader, if you can call them that, is full of shit. Because believe me when I say I'm fucking tired of it. We have, because this lifetime I have seen a trend. It is 304s in their truest form being made the wife, while the lady that does everything right gets cast aside. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting a bag. Because a lot of times in the past, women of her caliber could not get a bag without a husband. You only got as far as your husband got, and let's pray to God above you were not married to a fucking loser. I said what I said. Oh. You know these past lives deal, like some of them are like 1,000 or so years old. One of my past lives in particular is like 800-ish years ago. And it ended up with me taking my own life because I was just so sick of everybody's bullshit. Like, they literally drove me to suicide, whether they want to admit it or not. But basically, I was engaged to a man I was madly in love with a night. He goes off to war, blah, 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 right? Well, a baron in the area came through. He noticed my fiance. It's like, hey, I want him for my daughter. I don't have any sons, but I have a daughter. You will inherit all these lands, titles, blah, blah, blah. And my fiance was like, sure. But the thing is, no one discussed it with me. No one discussed anything with me. I was an orphan being raised by my, at the time, my God, trying to say the word uncle. Jesus. This time, he's my grandfather, oddly enough. At the time, uncle, like my ex, obviously gung-ho, but the father also went to my ward at the time and made an arrangement with him, but nobody discussed it with me. That's the kicker. Hey, just so we're clear, you know your contract has been voided. None of that. I cannot tell you the social humiliation the baron, his daughter, my ex, my uncle, like just everybody caused me. I don't think they understand. Like, they just did not, like, they could see I was shattered and humiliated, but they did not understand the emotional impact because it wasn't affecting them. It affected me. But for whatever the case may be, my uncle and my ex decided to say, oh, she's mad. You don't want her, to keep me from being allowed to marry, like, not allowed, seen seen as a viable prospect. I was actually very attractive back then. Long, flowing red hair and stuff like that. Like, it was in the mountains of Austria, somewhere along the French border. But I don't know what the deal. I don't know if it was because my uncle was feeling guilty and just didn't want to admit that he hurt his own kin for a little bit of money. And then my ex, being my ex, he was jealous of anybody, like the idea of me being in another man's bed. Like, it pissed him off. But at the same time, he tried his damnedest to make me settle for being his mistress. And it's like, absolutely not, you fucking imbecile. Go away. But if I didn't have the men trying to hurt me every single chance they got, there was a maid in the castle that was like doing a lot of invasive snooping, spying, and prying for my uncle, who is his niece this time around. And it's just like, I'm so fucking done with you. And like, I don't know what my ex was doing on the family grounds and what. I just know he was there. He found me in the garden, tried to force me one more time to settle for an arrangement that was just genuinely insulting in every way possible. And I was like, you know what? If I cannot have peace, I'm going to take it. And I did. I snuck away successfully, found a cliff, and jumped. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Nope. Not sorry one bit. Like, I regret nothing. Now, you can't exactly pay me to cliff dive this lifetime, but at the same time, it's like, I don't regret what I did. I don't. I wanted peace, and damn it, I was going to get it. And I find it interesting because there's a lot of past life repeats this go around, and it's like, okay, FAFO. Because I have a handful of past lives as a royal. You think I don't know what comes with any of that? Because a lot of times when I've incarnated as a woman, I've either been a healer or some type of noble or royal. Every time I've come back as a man, it's always been like a military type of deal. Kingsguard, officer, warlord, it's that type of deal. But at the same time, you gain a little bit of wisdom each and every time. One minute, you're the enemies. You're on like, you have a turn on each side. Like, you get a perspective, the perspective you were opposite of each time. But my thing is this: I have no desire to be a 304. I have no desire to humiliate myself, even though people have fucking tried me time and time and time again in that regard. But what's funny is, if you have a contract in spirit and marriage is part of the contract, and you deviate from the contract, the person who is not in violation of deviating is released from whatever obligations they may have had. Like, they're not still bound, they are released because you didn't marry the person you were contracted in spirit to marry. Now, do I take kindly to having to do the same shit over and over and over again? No, the fuck I do not. But as I posted on my community board last night, when I'm done, I am DONE done. And anybody who tries to make me revisit something because they feel that I should, you gonna get your ass whooped. No one is meaner than me when somebody is trying to push something that is not for my highest good. I am an asshole. Unapologetically an asshole. But what's funny is a lot of the mistresses from my past lives as a royal have followed me into this one. And the funny thing is they want me to be a 304 so I can experience what they experience. And it's like, I don't want to experience being a slut. Thank you. I don't want to be as known as that person. Because they think, for whatever the case may be, I was safe back then because I was the queen, the princess, the whatever. And it's just like, you're trying your best to degrade and humiliate me this lifetime. But back then, you embarrassed me in more ways than one. Oh, do you have any idea how socially humiliating it is to find out your partner is cheating? Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is socially, privately, publicly? The family knows, the church, the community, your colleagues. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to find out your partner is not satisfied with just you? It's humiliating. Do you have any idea how mortifying it must be to be completely faithful, only to find out you have contracted an STD? The only man you've been with is your husband. What does that indicate? It indicates he's got a lover on the side somewhere. And a big old plot twist is that lover is gay. Is another man. Again, back to the word embarrassing. Because the funny thing is, these girls keep trying to teach me a lesson, but it's just like, oh, you about to find out. You about to find out. You about to find out. You may not have married the king, if you will, but believe me when I say you gonna find out what it's like to be the wife on the receiving end of that bullshit. Because the harder you try to push a lesson on a person that is not for them to learn, you gonna get the harshest ones they have had to learn throughout multiple incarnations. It's like, no, babe, no, no, ma'am, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's not my turn, it's your turn. You wanted it, you got it. It is all yours, Miss Ma'am. I am celibate, single as a Pringle, phone is dry as fuck. Ain't nobody parking in my driveway at night. It would be on my cameras if they were. I don't know what kind of papers you got, but I know what mine say. I know what mine say. Question is, do you know what yours say? Because what's funny is the name of trying to teach me a lesson, it's going to be you that gets taught. You try to embarrass me, you're only going to end up embarrassing yourself. Again. It's really embarrassing to find out your partner is cheating when you have been the dutiful wife the entire time. It's even more insulting when she is brazen enough to show up at your door. Because when I say some of these hussies have no shame, honey, they have no shame. You wanted a position you coveted greatly in a past life. Well, guess what? You have it this time. Do you see me fighting? No. Do you look really stupid from my point of view? Yeah, you do. You do. It's like you got what you wanted, but you're not happy with any of it. I promise you, if that man was actually with who he wanted to be with, he'd stay put. He would. But he's not. But you know what? It is not my cross to bear this lifetime. It's okay. You got it, honey. You got it. You got it. So how's that for a Uno reverse?